put up the law office information. Let me see. There we go. Now that's how it's supposed to look. Okay, so keep that up there while we're talking, Eric, just for a minute. Eric is my awesome engineer here. So listen, you know, I am so excited. I am so excited about this relaunch and relocation of your law practice, because I know that you've been doing this for almost 20 years. Listen, next year we having this awesome celebration.
Okay.
I'm pushing her. Me and her team are like, okay, let's get this together. But let's talk about this relaunch, because, you know, you have been helping so many people in so many different areas, but I know criminal law, I know that is, you know, pretty much like your heart, and we need that. And so, you know, for me, I love it because, you know, you bring the law and you bring Jesus. Okay, listen, y'all, you need an anointed lawyer in the courtroom. So let's talk about this relaunch.
Okay. Let me back up a little bit and just give a little bit of history about how I ended up becoming an attorney. Because actually what happened was I ran from ministry to law. I knew I was called. It wasn't professional enough for me. I wanted to be in a position where I could take care of my family. And so I was like, that is not professional enough, ministry. I said, I don't need a white robe and a Bible. I need a black robe and a gavel.
Well.
So I initially aspired to take the bench. And anyway, I met a mentor. In fact, my mentor recently passed away, a white Jewish male named Roger Edelman. And he just took me under his wings. During the summer, I would do my chores, dress in my suit, and ride the subway to the courthouse and just watch him try cases, watch him talk to the other lawyers. And I would ask questions. He and the other attorneys would allow me to eat lunch with them, and I was all of about 15 or 16. So they would allow me, and I would ask questions like, what did you all say when you went up to the front? And so I started just looking up cases for him, and he was very impressed with my academics in high school. So he made arrangements for me to get a job. That was when they had the summer youth employment program. So I got a job in the U.S. Attorney's Office while still in high school.
Wow.
And from high school throughout college and throughout law school, I worked for the felony division, for the grand jury division, for the misdemeanor trial division. I just did a complete rotation through the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Okay, let me stop you right there. For those of you who don't know, that means she know all about what's going on, okay? From the misdemeanor to the felony, okay? From the traffic stop all the way to murder. Yeah. So and I'm saying this, I'm stopping, you know, and although, of course, you know, I bring all this energy to it, it's really serious business, because what this says is she knows her stuff. Not only does she know her stuff, you have connections. You build your network up when you do that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And so that was my journey through high school, college, and law school.
Wow.
Through the U.S. Attorney's Office. And I just want to throw this in for free. Young people, you never know who's watching you.
Absolutely.
Because that man watched me through high school, through college. When I graduated college, he was trying a case in Germany. He flew back from Germany. I looked over on the stage. My mentor was there.
Wow.
And I'm going to throw this in. I didn't have to compromise anything. Let me throw this in for the single sisters. I didn't compromise anything to get the kind of mentoring support that I needed. So the God factor in that is, by the time I got ready to go to law school, guess who was playing tennis with the dean of admissions?
Wow.
This is all. That's why it pays. You have to always be mindful of. You just never know how God is orchestrating things. So my high school mentor was very good friends with the dean of admissions at Howard. Now, mind you, I did well in school, so I gave him something to work with too.
Absolutely.
And so by the time I got ready to go to law school, I only applied to Georgetown University. I only applied there, and that's the only school that I got into. And I was in the evening program, which meant that I worked a full-time job and did law school at night. And that was just, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Ooh, well, that's how I started law school. Not only was I working full time, going to law school part time, I was pregnant. I remember walking into the class and I could hear people gasp for air. Like, is she going to try this? Well, the reality of it is, and this is a point that you should take with you if you are thinking about going to school under, extreme conditions and pressure, you can do whatever you set your mind to do.
Yes.
So I started it, and as you know, I finished and I passed the bar.
And so that's why we have a kindred spirit, because things didn't come easy for us. At my dinner table, we didn't talk about torts. We talked about tarts, food. A tort is one of the areas of practice. We didn't talk about torts. We talked about tarts. I thought Black's Law Dictionary was a dictionary for black people.
Yeah.
And so, we didn't have the accoutrements that other people had. And so we had God and